Hello, hello. I see Miss Cobby. Is anybody else with me? Maybe not. We may be on here all by our lonesome and let everybody else do the replay. So let me move this away. Get ready for some fun. I have really enjoyed this card. So, I am Carolyn Bosley. You are watching through the Inky Gatherings Facebook group. And this is Tuesday night, What's on My Desk, replay on Wednesday night, because Tuesday night, we had some technical difficulties and the recording cut off. So we're going to start again. But this is what I got finished. I just wanted to show you. Is that not gorgeous? Just gorgeous. This is using the Pale Papaya. And the stamp set that I'm using is the Artistically inked. Could not remember the name of that earlier. And we're using 2 stamps only. We're using the Thanks and this border blob, for a better way of saying what it is. And then we're also using the one die from the die set that bundles with that, which is just called Artistic Dies. Okay, so I'm just moving these out of our way. I'm going to pull this over here and get this ready to go. And I think what I will do, since we are doing the die, I'm going to pull, I had a couple done from last night, but I'm going to go ahead and show again how I do these. I'm just making sure there's nothing stuck in there. So I'm going to use the mini boss, but what I'm going to pull out, if you hear me back there in the background, I'm pulling out a simple dryer sheet. Now this is a new dryer sheet, okay? But I don't pay for the high dollar dryer sheets. You just get them at the dollar store for better. So I am just getting on here to see. I was going to share, but we're already in the group, so I'm good. Okay, it's just dryer sheet. And what I do to get it started is just rub this really good. And the reason I do it on this particular die is simply because it has all of the holes making up the leaves, or the veins, however you want to say it. So that's a lot of little stuff, and this will just help. It's not any guarantee that you won't have to poke out some of the little pieces, but it does make a difference, I think. Hey, Cindy, yes, you missed a post. Sorry, but you're good. I decided I would come back on tonight at 8:30 and show what we did yesterday and just do a review of it, what we're doing. So this is the card done in Pale Papaya. And this is a gorgeous card in person. I know it's hard to tell that, but it is absolutely gorgeous. We're going to do it all. So let me, I'm getting my die cut ready, and I just used a dryer sheet. We're going to go to the Fresh Freesia color. You need a half sheet, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 of your base color. And whatever your base color is, that's the color ink that I use. So you can see how well that coordinated. Then you also need a piece of white. There's 2 pieces on here. Let me hold this up and see if you can see those 2 pieces. I'm going to try to pull a little bit apart there. So I'm moving up so you can see. There are 2 pieces, okay? The largest piece is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Then the top piece that you will stamp on here and also have for the inside is, so you'll need 2 of these, 3 3/4 by 5. So 3 3/4 by 5, 3 3/4 by 5. The lower, or the first layer, the biggest layer, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Those are in white, okay? And then you need, if you're going to use this specific die, if you have this set, you're going to need like 2 3/4 piece of white. What is that by, oh my goodness, don't have my grid paper out here to tell how long it is. By 5 1/2. You could probably get by with 5 1/4. This is just the way it cut for me, so it works good. Now, what I did was take my dryer sheet, and yes, this is a good new dryer sheet. Okay, it's not a used one, it's a new one. And you know, they have some of that little like sticky on them. And all I did was turned it over to the sharp side, or I shouldn't say sharp side, but the side that's going to actually cut. And I just rubbed all over the die. Okay, now leave some little grit, and this is just like when you're embossing or using glitter. Get out your little Swifter. Get your little Swifter, and you will be good to go. So then I'm going to bring up the little boss. Okay, bring up the little boss. And we're just going to need the base plate, which is plate number 1, and it is numbered. Okay, you need plate number 1. Then you're going to need your 2 number 2s, and that's just your 2 clear plates. Okay, and what I'm going to do, put my 1 in there, get my piece of cardstock, and lay that down on there. And then I'm going to put my other number 2. And then I'm going to start rolling. Keep them doggies rolling, roll high. Hit them up, move them out, roll high. Okay, where is my Grammy? Okay, where is my Grammy? Okay, so move these away. And what you have is your die. And yes, you're going to say, but that didn't take a lot out of there. No, it didn't, just to see it. But then I'm going to bring in my brush, and you can use your pick tool. And this is just my foam piece. And I just, you can see, look at all that coming out there. And then I just try to even leave it in the frame of the die while I do this. And move this out of the way. Sorry. Give myself a little room to play. And you'll see you've got little specks, but all you got to do is swipe them off and put them in the trash. And when I take it out, you're going to still see there's a couple. Few is 3 or more. Dalton would always argue with me. So there's very few that still need to come out, and they come out very quickly. And if you want this whole thing to stick down, you can also use an adhesive sheet. I don't want the whole thing to stick down, so I didn't want to have the adhesive sheet on there as a whole, because it's going to be white on white, and I want a little bit of texture with part of the leaves sticking up. Okay, there we have her. Get this out of the way. So we have that done. So let's just go to a fresh freesia. And it's a pretty color, don't you? Especially for spring. Now, I've already cut some of the, the pieces. And again, I'm going to have a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I am going to also have, let me get a smaller one here, a 3 3/4 by 5. You just get really, maybe once it's done, you get like a 16th or a 32nd of it, and you don't get much. Then I'm also going to have the small one for the inside. Okay? Have a small one for the inside. Excuse me. Let me move this just a bit. And, oh, I think that gets thrown away. And let's find a piece of scrap here. For a moment anyway. Now what I do, if I'm using a new piece of scrap, a lot of times I will fold it in half. It just seems like I can do more with it. Okay, okay, let me show you. This is the larger piece. Less is more, less is more. But I'm going to go ahead and put the larger piece on. And it is just, I hope that's the larger piece. Centered the best I can. Yeah, I had to fix a little taco salad for dinner. Thank you very much for your support. So, I just have the first piece glued on. And then, yes, this is the next one. So, let's move that out of the way. That is what I did with this one. But, let's find the fresh freesia. Open that up. Now, I know that I used the pale papaya last night when the camera or video quit working. So I am pulling out my cleaner, and I'm going to clean the 2 stamps that we're using just so we're good to go here. And I mean, you can change this to birthday, you can change it to hello, you know, best wishes is on there. There's a lot of different things that you can do, okay? But now look how simple this is going to be. I'm moving that out of my way. I'm inking up. Just make sure I'm getting everything inked. And stamping one time. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That's why they call it distinctive, because you stamp and there we go. Okay? Look at that. Look, look, it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. So that's the one. Then we're going to go to the inside layer. I'm going to ink up again. I'm going to do the same thing, only this time I'm just going across the bottom. Okay. So inside is done. I'm leaving that for my note of thanks. Or I may come back and put a verse on there. I'm not for sure. But for right now, it's just my note of thanks. So I'm just gliding it on. This, ladies and gents, is what I mean by color coordination. It is absolutely gorgeous. The colors match up so well together. So then, excuse me, you can do the same thing. Ink up my thanks stamp. And I am going to place it there. Now, let's move this. Let's move this so you can see what I be doing. Now the next thing, I'm going to pull that gorgeous leaf that we did from the die cut. Okay, I'm going to turn it over. This is how it's going to go. Okay, it's going to go right up here to the edge. Okay, look, get that out of the way. So, but I'm turning it over to the back side. I'm going to find me a little sponge here somewhere. Now, I'm not going to worry about a lot of glue on the leaves all over, okay? I'm just basically going to try to go up the stem, okay? Going to try to go up the stem. So I'm just inking this. I'm just putting some glue on here. Keeping it in place so that when you tap down, your glue will dry later and you'll be able to maneuver it off. So then I'm picking it up. I'm moving my silicone pad. And then I'm going to and that's done, you think. Okay, so while we're doing that, here is where I am going to, on the other one, I popped up both layers, okay? This one, I am popping up just the top layer to show how, I mean, there's so many different ways that it can be done, and it's maker's choice. So, let's get this on here. Oh, took that one plumb off. Didn't even have the sticky off the other side. Apparently, it was on the edge where I didn't get it off properly. Okay. Don't forget the tip that if you're not using the tool, hey, Miss Sandy, you can also, if you keep a wet wipe or some spray, sanitizer, something just a little moist, and have your fingertips moist, you can pick up those little flyaway white pieces that come off of that. So then we are just going to pop this up. Okay. There you go. And then yes, they will flatten when you put them back into the envelope, okay? But it'll still give a little bit of oomph when the people pull them out. Pull them out of the envelope, pull the total card out. And, you know, how much patience you have and how much you want to glue on the leaf is how much will not be done. Now, you could leave it just like that, and I think it would be gorgeous. I am going to see what I can find. Let's see what I can find. There's all kinds of gems and things that we can use. I'm looking over here in my pile that I've gone through, getting ready for the new catalog. Are you guys excited? You should be, because it is absolutely gorgeous. And I do mean some gorgeousness on there. Okay, we're just going to go with these clear. I don't think, let me see if these change colors. Oh, I think we might just be fine with these. Let's see what you guys think. Oh, I flipped it upside down. Well, maybe, maybe not. There we go. And those are actually the polished dots. But I think they show up pretty good for this one too. And you're done. You're absolutely done. You don't need to do any more other than your branding I don't even know what I have on this one. Let me stamp over here and see. Maybe I need to do some cleaning, would probably be the thing to do. So there's two of the colors. I know. Well, we always add a little bit of bling. Always add, and so easy. I mean, it is so easy to do. There we go. That's better. And then tone on tone again. This was not my original idea. I saw it from another demonstrator, but you know, she apparently had it right. So why should I go changing? Okay. So there we go. And if you go ahead and do all your cutting to start with, excuse me. Excuse me. If you go ahead and do all your cutting to start with, you're just ready to go and get everything done. So, I mean, I did this one last night when the system sort of went bonkers. So I think I'll go ahead and get it put together. I mean, this is something that, you know, you really could get 10 or 15 done just in a matter of minutes. If you were stamping them all the same color. And then all you have to do in between is, of course, just, apparently I didn't, oh yeah. So I rocked and got that little extra mark. So I flipped it over. So I thought there for a minute I was inking up my good side. And I was not. I was not. So I'm just putting this down on that one. And this time we will go back. Oh, let's see what kind of dots I have available to me here. Mercy, I cough, I sneeze, I cough, and I'm not even sick. But Betty, I don't know about everybody else, but my allergies this week have been horrible. Headaches, just from allergies is what it is. So, oh, and sometime tomorrow, I will do the drawing for the winner of the Roll a Dice Challenge, because then it'll just be a few days before we roll the dice again to see what the challenge is going to be for this month. So there we go. Now I have somewhere, there we go. Now here's the ones that I did last night. I did these without using the dryer sheet and without rolling them. So I was going to show you then what I have to do, and it's not hard. I'm looking for my, you know, when you're working and you have something right in front of you, and then all of a sudden, it's got, well, yeah, it's laying right where I put it. Of course it is. My foam sheet and my roller. And had I used the big boss and used maybe the chrome plate or something, then, or if I'd used the big boss, I probably wouldn't have had any problems. But that little boss is so convenient to do, just to pull up on the desk and have. Put these out of the way, dump those off. But again, I had forgotten to do my dryer sheet, and these are so intricate. And when I say intricate, I'm just talking about with all the little pieces. that it is really a good thing to just roll them or use a dryer sheet on it. If you do a dryer sheet, you saw how I did it earlier, it's much easier. Excuse me. So I hear Jimmy watching Survivor, so if anybody hears Survivor in the background, that's what it is. I used to like it. It's not the best anymore, I don't think, or I don't know if it's just sort of gotten old. So who has anybody followed along with me tonight once we got going to do some stamping? If so, definitely post a photo when we get done. Thanks to everybody for posting photos. It's really good for the group to be able to see what others are making, and it just gives us ideas. And we get to see what lovely work everybody else is doing. So I learn as much from you guys as anything. So, hey, Miss Marilyn. You guys are awfully quiet tonight. I know I'm on at an odd time. There's only a couple on with me. Oops. This is your longest thing or most time consuming if you did not use the dryer sheet to roll them off first. Oh, the new in colors for the upcoming catalog. Oh, yeah. Kavi's a demonstrator, so she has access to all those colors and so forth right now. And got to do a pre-order. So, again, then what we do, I'm going to pull up my silicone pad, flip this over to the back side. It's just a little bit more glue. You don't need lots. Your sponge soaks up more than anything. And again, if you wanted to, you could use, I see one on there I need to get off. You could use the adhesive sheets to get you some adhesive on there, if that's something you would want to do. So, it's up to you. Totally what works for the maker. Okay, lay that over to the side. And oh, he has changed it now from Survivor to Moonshiners. So, it sounds like, is it Digger? I can't remember the names. Mark is one of them. Thank you, Sandy. Oh, you're having a team meeting. We are lining up a team meeting, but we've been doing some through Zoom. We have so many so far away. A few close. A few in the distance, as we say. This is just a beautiful, beautiful card. And again, I'm going to come back with those polished dots, and I do think these are retiring. Excuse me. There we go. That's all there is to it. So I've got another set of papers here. And what I'm going to be doing is just going ahead and doing another set of the freesia, because I have another freesia background set here. So I'm going to pull out my that was almost, no, there we go. Inside, top. Okay, so, oh boy, allergies galore today. So, all I'm doing, inking it up again, starting at the top. Oh, I need to turn it around. You want your wonky side in. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? And then do it again. And I think I missed just a little bit up here, but this is that distinctive stamp, so it's not going to matter if you overlap, because of the way I mean, it's itself. It's just wonderful. I can't help it. It's just wonderful. Now I think that is the inside, or the one, and then this, doing the same stamp. And doing it on the bottom. Moving that one out of the way. Coming back with my thanks. There we go. And move this out of the way. Whoa! One that got away from me. Oh, Sandy, you will love it. I tell you what, I jumped in. Mine are definitely not perfect. But I love it. You, as a North Carolina demo, just need, there's a great place to practice. That helped me tremendously, just to try new things, get everything set up. There's still lots of things that I want to do to make better. And I will. But, you know, I go with what's comfortable and what I like. That way, everybody else is comfortable with it too. So, that's my biggest piece of advice. If you're comfortable with it, go ahead and start it. And then, oops, I about bent that and I didn't mean to. Go ahead and get it started, and, you know, as long as you're comfortable with it, everybody else will be comfortable with it too. I think. I have had some tell me, give me some, let's call it constructive criticism. And that's okay. You know, that's how I learn. So I'm good. I am good with that. Thought that didn't stick for a minute. Okay. Oh, there we go. Get that set. I think I'm going to get them all ready like this, and then I will go back and put my die cut on all at one time. That way I'm using the glue all at one time and not having to close it up, shut it down, close it up, shut it down, those type things. Okay? So, I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope that you will be able to post some cards for me, okay? Give me some thumbs up, hearts before you leave. And if you have any questions, I'll keep watching. Or I'll go back and watch the comments to make sure I've caught everything, okay? So, have a great evening, and I will make an announcement as to whether or not the live is going to be tomorrow night, or if I will be recording a live to post Saturday morning. I don't think I'll be doing a live Saturday morning, but it's still early. We will see. There will be something in its place. I just don't know what it is. Hey, if you're out there or watching this replay and you see anything you'd like to order, don't forget you can shop with me 24/7, www.inkygatherings.stampingup.net. Current host code F777CNCZ. That's valid through 5/24. Okay? Sandy messaged me. I'll be tied up tomorrow. Hey, I get to babysit my grandbaby tomorrow. And tied up this weekend, but next week, or just anytime, message me if you've got questions on the live, and we will work through them. Okay? Have a great day. Bye-bye.